Welcome to the first edition of the Yun Primer. It's going to be a guide to delve deep into the Yun character, because I've had a lot of requests to do a lot of character-specific breakdowns and all sorts of things. So I figured I'd give it a go. So today's agenda is we're going to break down the Yun versus Urian match that Issei and RX played. We're going to watch the Yakun versus Gavin match for Yun versus Chun, and then we're going to watch the two sets from Issei versus Yakun to get a little bit of insight on the Yun versus Yun matchup. After that, we're going to head into training mode, and we're going to show you basically all of Yun's options off of a knockdown in the corner. When I talked to the Japanese players this weekend, it was apparent to me that they were doing a lot more options on their opponent's wake up than I was. And they were more successful with it because they were able to actually make you guess, as opposed to doing the thing that a lot of American players like to do, which is do the same option until it stops working and then force you into another option. After thinking about it, that's actually a pretty bad plan, because when you're forcing your opponent to essentially adapt from one option to another, yes, the first option is still available, but you're less likely to do it just from the whole mental idea that you're going to be going from one thing to another, unless your goal is to get them to forget that the first option exists in the first place, which I don't think a lot of people really take the time to think that far ahead. So, without further ado, we are going to get started. So first up, we have RX versus Issei. I have a program that's going to allow me to draw. This will allow me to show you the distances in which they are standing at in relation to the health bars, which is important because certain things in the game only work at certain ranges. For example, dive kicks, you can tell what the Yun's options are based on where they're standing on the screen in relation to the health bars. So it's important for the Yun to be able to notice where he is in regards to his opponent based on where he's standing on the screen, regardless of this actual position on the stage that they're in. And it's important for the opponent so that they know exactly what Yun's options are. If he can hit them at a profitable position where he can combo, or if he's forced to re-jump or run away. Because if Yun hits you incorrectly, his best option is throw or jump, because they're both 3 frames. Everything else in that position forces Yun to be at a negative. So it'll take longer for his standing medium punch, his crouching light kick, etc. to come out. So first we're going to do this. We're going to, when I do video breakdowns, I like to change the settings so that it is actually slower. So let's change this to 720p. Let's change the speed to 0.75. And the reason I watch it slower is because, 1, it's easier to tell their positioning when they're making decisions, and 2, it's easier to pause to show you guys exactly what I think they're thinking and go from there. So, like I said, first up we have Yun versus Urian, and that is Issei Yun and RX Urian from TFC 2017, top 8. So because the commentary is going to be slow, I'm just going to mute it. So let's go back a little bit. Okay, so from there, at the beginning, Issei jumps. Right? So Issei is jumping mostly because the only option that Urian has at that position to deal with his jump is to jump after him and do, jump fierce punch. Or he can just do stand fierce on the way down or something like that. But you can mix in dive kicks, or like he's doing right here, mixing in his jumping medium kick to keep them honest. So you'll notice that he just whiffed a standing fierce kick, and Issei right now is about to punish him with a dash punch. That's a punish that not a lot of people go for, and it's an important part of this matchup. So he gets the punish, and immediately you'll notice that he quick rolls, right? So when your opponent quick rolls, your options are limited because they're getting up faster. So Issei is closing the distance with a dive kick. I believe that is a medium kick dive kick to get close, but he's not too close. And then he lands, he walks back a step, and he immediately does crouching medium punch, but he was very close to him. Ideally, he would have wanted to be about 3 steps back, so that it would have been the maximum range for that. He also didn't delay it. That's because if he would have guard jumped, he would have just blocked it instead of jumping out. But Urian is not quite in the corner. He has a little bit of space, although he is essentially cornered. So he parries. They both whiff throw. So they now have space between them. And it was the space that Issei was safe from standing fierce punch. He just couldn't whiff any buttons. So ideally, that's the type of space that you want to be in this matchup, where standing fierce punch or standing medium kick will not hit you. It forces the Urian to move forward, or it forces the Urian to move back. And since right in this position, he's already cornered, he doesn't really want to be in the corner, but at the same time, it's very risky for Yun to fight against Urian in the corner. That's why you'll notice that in this matchup, he'll stay away from him a little bit when he's on wake up, because all it takes if Urian has meter is one back throw, and then you're in the blender, and it forces you to be making the hard decisions. So we'll continue, and this is going to be a very slow breakdown. I apologize. Okay, again, neutral jump, fierce punch. The only button that would have reached Yun as he was jumping at that point is forward medium punch. And again, jumping fierce punch just stuffed it. He's also neutral jumping again, and RX is jumping after him because he feels that that is the way that he has to deal with his air pressure at this particular moment in time. So he jumps, empty jump, empty jump. The Yun throws. So after the throw, the Yun tries to build distance, build his, he tries to move in. But he doesn't want to move in too far. He doesn't want to eat a standing fierce punch, doesn't want to eat a standing medium punch or anything like that. Doesn't want to be exactly in crouching medium kick range. Since you can see that as he's jumping in, he does light kick, dive kick into crouching medium kick. So at that particular range, Urian's crouching medium kick should not be able to hit him. So he could have just neutral jumped again if he wished. But obviously, he's at about 20% meter. So he still needs to be getting meter, so he's pressing buttons. So he presses 2 crouching medium kicks, and then he whiffs a standing fierce kick, builds meter. Urian can't punish it, and then whiffs a palm. Urian also can't punish it because he doesn't really have charge. He tries the standing fierce punch. Now they're back to neutral. The Urian whiffs a standing medium punch after Issei activates, so he's able to punish with standing fierce punch into shoulder. So you got shoulder, 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 crouching medium kick, up kicks. Now, this is where the Urian has to guess from the many of Yun's options that he has. But at the same time, the Urian is about at half meter. And sorry, I was showing the wrong meter for the Yun. I completely forgot that he was on player 2 side for whatever reason. But Urian has about half bar, so he needs at least 1 poke to be blocked and then crouching light kick or light punch into shoulder before he'll have meter. So he's building meter and he backs up, right? He backs up and then he does delayed close standing medium kick. That's to stop him from guard jumping out. And it pretty much forces him to sit still. A lot of Yun's options are high, but at that particular range, it is very possible that he'll be doing crouching medium kick as well. So it really is a guess. It's a 50-50. So he's walking in and out of range, and he's poking at ranges where he feels are optimal. So he's doing standing fierce medium kick, he's jumping away, building meter, immediate activation. So now his pressure is going to be standing medium punch or crouching light kicks. And you'll see that he does what people call the Gutek shimmy, even though it doesn't really matter what the hell you call it. He's walking back and forth into his throw range. Because ideally, like he's getting thrown now, Urien or most characters' best option at the end of Genijin is to wait until Yun is close enough to throw. And especially characters with Kara throws like Chun can make this a little bit hellish. So we'll continue. He gets thrown. He builds his bar with crouching medium kick into far standing medium kick. And then he's close enough to bar again. If that had hit or would have been blocked, then he would have done it again. So at that particular moment, I'm not sure if RX had a setup or anything that he can do, but he had meter for it, and Yun is very low. At the very least, if he threw out Aegis, then the Yun would have had to back off and respect him, which would have given him more time to, I guess, figure out what his next plan of action is. Because guessing at that particular moment isn't really that great. It's not going to do much for you. And he pressed Fierce Punch, and the Yun... In Japanese Yuns, when they mostly play with their stick in neutral. They don't really block immediately. So, like, when they're blocking things, they go 2 down back, or they go 2 back from neutral. They don't just, like, wake up and hold down back, for the most part. Unless, like, it's last second. They like to have the fastest possible way to go from neutral to forward or low parry. Because that's a very important thing, is to be able to high parry and low parry your opponent at ranges that you feel they can walk forward and hit you, or that you're just at the maximum range of their furthest pokes. And if you know what their furthest pokes are, which in Urien's case are both highs, you can know that you only have to parry forward. So we continue, he does EX shoulder, and he still eats jab into tackle and loses. But that's okay. So, at the beginning of the round now, they're at this exact space where Yun is, his hand is right here under the second win, and the same thing is going for Urien, right? They're at that starting position. Neither person can hit each other, so that means that Yun or Urien have to move forward in order to hit each other. So Yuns can dash punch, or they can shoulder. I believe he does light punch shoulder here. Nope. Okay, so delay, jump. And then he lands. Let's go back a second. We'll just go back to 18. So I'll pause it when that starts again. Alright, so that match ends. Alright, so we have 128. And then go. Okay, so he neutral jumps. The Urien doesn't press a button, right? So, since the Urien is not pressing a button, the Yun can land before Urien and meaty. So he lands and then does 1, 1, 2, 3 up kicks for maximum meter. Gets 2 whiffs, and then if any of his other whiffs had been blocked instead of parried, he would have got Genijin, which is DED Genijin. So now he walks forward. You'll see that Urien was trying to forward parry in a position where most of the best options for Yun are high. So you'll see that Yun always wants to be at like crouching medium kick or furthest distance for crouching medium punch. So after he gets a dash punch, he walks up and Urian's cornered. But you'll see he keeps distance and he's at maximum distance for crouching medium punch. So there's a good chance that he's going to go for that crouching medium punch, so he gets parried for it. But because of the distance, he can't be punished for it, even at the parry. So he just goes back and starts to build meter again. Palms just in case he jump fierce kicks, gets his blocked standing fierce punch, activate. Dashes up, forward fierce. So a lot of Japanese yuns, when they're in Genijin, like to do just crouching button because you can change the timing at which you're doing crouching leg kick. You can also walk back if you think that you're close enough to make them throw, or you can punish. So he really likes his forward medium kicks in Genijin. In that particular moment, he walked back and then just walked forward command through, got his up kicks, and then enter. He's at the same spacing right here where Urian can stand fearsome if he dive kicks, pretty much on reaction. So I'm not sure if he'll dive kick here, but he does. It's the perfect spacing to hit him right here in the shin. So he should get a combo off of this and get the kill. He does. So ideally, you would rather do light kick into dash punch off of that. Again, starting position, different options, dive kicks over him. Far stand, medium kick, activate as soon as he has meter and there's distance between him and Urian. So now he's going to whiff the light punch, dash punch, and walk him down. He's just getting free damage off the forward medium kicks because they're not worth parrying. Just take them with that much life. And then he shimmies for close standing medium punch. Gets his meter as he's backing away. Urian just whiffed the button, and he could have punished, but he only got the first hit. Issei also has a tendency to go for universal overhead mix-ups. I don't know why, but he's one of the only yuns that likes them in Japan that I've watched videos for, at least. But he hardly ever gets the actual combo off of it, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But he connects with a random hit, gets an opportunity, and now he's just jumping in his face, waiting for him to hit a button. And now he's in the blender. But RX messes up his space or his knee drop, forces him to parry, gets a throw. Game 1 Issei. This matchup is in Yun's favor for sure, but all it takes is one wrong guess. So you'll notice that he likes to stay at that range where it looks like they're right about at the starting position range. I can draw. So let's draw this. He likes to be at that distance in this matchup, and a lot of Yuns do, because that's about the distance where they can't really hit you, and you're allowed to basically freely build meter. So he gets his activation, and now he's walking him down, doing forward medium kick, daring him to punish it, and gets his ender. Misses his ender. Okay. So he's pressing buttons in his face, backing up, neutral jumping. You'll notice in this matchup he doesn't like to dive kick as much. And in general, a lot of the Japanese yuns don't really dive kick all that much. They use it very sparingly. A lot of American yuns will just abuse it. And without proper spacing, it's not that great. So Both players start with an empty jump, eventually with the Yun hitting a button as they're landing. Um, he's about to get meter, has meter, throws out Nagus, makes him guess. Block, block, overhead. That's good though, because he's barely at meter, and all he needs to do is get out of the corner. So he's trying to keep him in the corner, but he's not moving forward, right? We're at 422. Let's go back to 412. So after this, you'll notice that he corners the Urian, or he jumps out of the corner, I should say, and then he re-corners the Urian, right? He tries to stay at a distance where his far buttons will hit Urian and makes it so that he can't jump, because he can hit his jump as he's taking off. He throws out his shoulder in case he does something, jumps back, gets his punish on the whiffed tackle, and activates. So he faked that he was going to go for a cross-up setup there, and then he did jumping medium kick on the way down in case the Urian tried to walk forward when he realized that he was not getting crossed up. He gets his up kicks, gets his shoulders, gets him back in the corner, builds meter at maximum standing or crouching medium punch range, and again gets parried for it. He's not mixing it up between crouching medium punch and medium kick at that range very optimally, it looks like. But he gets his random tag, goes for another overhead mix-up, misses. The Urian tries to guess, misses his guess, and gets punished for it with a crouching crouching light kick into hit confirm. So that particular match is over. Let's go to Gavin versus Yakun. Alright, so something that Yakun told me is that super jump in this matchup is broken. So we're going to keep an eye on how much exactly he is super jumping. Over Chun-Li, that is. In this matchup, a lot of people like to run away. The Japanese tend to like to pressure her as she has no meter, just like she wants to pressure Yun when he has no meter. So they start at neutral. Immediately he walks back and jumps to see what Gavin does. That was not meant to be a light kick, obviously. That was meant to be a dive kick. Gavin would have had to walk forward in order to hit him with standing fierce punch. Again, dive kicks to build meter. Baits out a high move because Chun-Li can't hit you with any lows at that point. There's no reason to low parry. So he parries high, gets it, immediately goes for the crouching medium punch dash punch, follows up with a dash. And then I don't believe he did a quick rise, so he has a second to collect his thoughts and figure out exactly what mix-up he wants to do. So he walks back and starts to build meter. He walks forward and starts to pressure again. Misses a punish on the parried down fierce kick, and then he starts running away. Runs forward, whiffs dive kicks, gets in, walk forward, command grab, basic ender, gets meter, neutral jumps, forces him to jump, jumps after him. Tries to stay in his face, because Gavin still does not have meter. And he still needs to hit at least 2 buttons on Yakun to have meter. So he gets his second meter before Gavin gets his first. And now he just does a very basic combo. Because he wants to try and get as much damage and as much meter out of this round as possible. And with such a high life lead, even if Gavin gets his first super, it would be very unwise to do so because he wouldn't have a follow-up. He would be forced to try to get Yakun back to the corner and start his Kara throw mix-ups. So again, start of the round, Yakun runs away. Immediately, as you'll notice, Yakun will do his shoulders when he notices his opponent is moving forward. It forces them to block, because they're not Hado walking. If he doesn't see that they crouch first, then he shoulders, because they're forced to block it. They can't parry it, because if they let go of forward and hit forward again, the game actually thinks that they have already tried to parry. So that's the reasoning behind that. And now he's building meter, he's staying in neutral, and he's daring Gavin to move forward. He's cornered, but Gavin is very hesitant to move forward because he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want him to get out. He doesn't want him to jump over him. So he's staying in the corner, and eventually he super jumps out, right? Gets Kara thrown, eats one light kick, and it doesn't combo, so he blocks the medium kick. Okay, now a lot of people in that particular situation would do standing medium kick into dash under, standing medium kick palm. He does standing medium kick, walk forward, forward fierce to knock her back in the corner. It does more damage for one, and for two, it gives you better positioning for your forward medium kicks and your palms after that. Because you can, I believe, get 3 forward medium kicks, palm into dash punch, shoulder, palm, uh, but he goes for the other one, the other ender. Delayed his close standing medium punch, and he backs up as he's pressing buttons. Dash punches in. A lot of Japanese like to use the dash punch in Genijin to, you know, cover distance, because if you position it correctly, the last hit will hit and you can combo off of it. And otherwise, it's very hard to punish if you just like do light punch one to fill some of the void. So first game's over. That was very handily in Yakun's favor. But he didn't do very many dive kicks, right? It's mostly purely ground spacing, running away, pressing buttons when he knows that, you know, Gavin's gonna want to be at a range where he wants to press his own buttons. But he uses higher priority moves like standing fierce punch and presses it before he can, you know, do his crouching medium kicks or whatever. So you have round 2, or game 2. Walks back, starts to build meter, neutral jumps to see if Gavin jumps after him, starts whiffing buttons, starts whiffing dive kicks, building as much meter as he can. He's at about 20%. He's empty jumping to see if Gavin wants to move forward. And here you have the first mix-up after a throw. Second throw, dash up, double dash. He could have done command grab there, or he could have done what he just did, which is neutral jump into trying to bait a standing fierce kick and punish that. So you got a basic ender here. He's going to get about 30 or 40% meter, 35, 40%. Goes for a throw, goes for a shoulder off of the throw. Gavin still doesn't have anywhere close to meter. He needs to hit at least one blocked fierce button, and then he should be able to DED off of back fierce or something. So Yakun is able to throw out his standing fierce kick without worrying that Chun-Li is going to super it on reaction, or on block, I should say. But also his life lead is so high and his meter is so high that he just doesn't fear Gavin at all. There's no reason to. So at this point, all Gavin wants to do is get meter. So again, you'll notice. Let's go back to 759. So he whiffs buttons, and you'll watch. Watch Gavin. He's going to walk forward, and he's going to try and standing fierce punch his crouching medium punches, because ideally that's the best punish, right? So instead, Yakun reads this, watches that he is not going from down, right? He doesn't go from down before he walks forward. So there's no way that he's huddle walking, which would allow him to parry. So this means that he can EX shoulder. And even if it's blocked, the punish is not very high. And if it hits, which it is going to because she's still in walking animation, he gets the kill, still maintains about 45% meter, and, you know, his next decision ends up being walk back, make her make a decision. Like, that's how a lot of these people play. Again, that was the perfect punish. Parries a very high jumping fierce kick from Chun, punishes with crouching medium punch up kicks. And now he gets a mix-up. So he decides, instead of going for a mix-up to get meter, because he was so close, and then he goes for a sweep mix-up. So he varies his timing on his crouching light kicks as he's walking in, if you'll notice, because he can hit Chun-Li's buttons with it, or a throw if she tries to do something. And eventually he comes into the shadow range where he can walk forward and throw a command throw. He gets his command throw. That was stupid, but um, it is what it is. Gavin gets a throw, gets his mix up, missed a hit confirm. So now they're back to about the space at which the match starts. So he's building meter and he's daring Gavin to walk forward because he wants him to move into a position where he can super jump out of the corner, right? And Gavin's not giving it to him there. And now he finally got it, crosses up, combos. Does a very basic combo, I believe. Yep. Dash punch. No, up kick combo. Okay. So I'm not quite sure as to why he does the upkick combo there. Maybe because he's so close to dead that it does do a little bit more damage than um, the shoulder dash punch combo. But it does give significantly less meter. He'd probably have 10% meter more if he had done the other one, since it uses more fierce buttons. And then he reads his jump, because he's going to try and jump out of the corner at that point, because he's under the most pressure. So he'll try to wall jump. So you can just jump forward and target combo. So next we have Yakun versus Issei on the winners finals. Alright, so in this very particular position, a lot of Yuns will like to whiff shoulder or try and go for medium punch shoulder or go for dash punch. It's really a 50-50 as to if they're going to walk back and build meter, jump, or a 30-30-30, whatever you want to call it. He has three options. Try to hit you with a special move, try to build meter or neutral jump, and try to dive kick, depending on your reaction to the jump. So he starts out with crouching medium kick. Yakun jumps, I believe he whiffs a button, comes down, gets hit. So now he gets a knockdown, and then he gets his set play. Chooses normal throw as his set play, builds back to neutral because the throw attack, and Yakun jumps. So Yakun's neutral jumping, Issei with the button to bait him to dive kick, but doesn't get his throw punish because Yakun chose the right button and hit him in the shins instead, so he's too far away for the throw. So he gets his set play after his knockdown, and he option parries and gets hit. Issei gets a knockdown, immediately activates since he has meter. Walks forwards, there we go, gets his confirm, ender. No, what? Reset. That's weird. Okay. And now he's standing at a range where it's very hard for Yun to punish the empty jumps. He has to empty jump after you or try to dash punch under you. Or he can try and shoulder you on the way down, but that's risky if you're empty jumping, because you can get a very big punish on him, and he's still cornered. So he gets his meter, activates, gets hit. Issei's running away. At that point, Yun is going to want to come after you, right? So he's going to do his dash punch, he's going to jump and dive kick. So Issei tried to read that and do a dash punch to stop him from coming in. Yakun gets his ender. Here, a lot of people think that you can actually get the Zeisho or the Kara Zeisho after that, but you can't. So what this is doing is it's getting him close for the set play, right? Give me 1 second. I want to pop out my chat. What's up, Slayer? I'm almost done going through the first part of the stream, which is going through top 8. I've already done 2 matches. So we're going to toggle this up here. Sorry about that. Forgot that I didn't set that up. And now we'll go back to the match. So, starting again, he goes and he's in range for his set play. So he walks. Issei does not quick get up. So he has plenty of time to decide what he wants to do. If he wants to close to any medium punch, delay close to any medium kick, crouch short short, command throw, regular throw, try to dive kick, but against Yun you can't cross up dive kick, so that wouldn't really be a good idea. So he goes with crouch short, and then tries to bait out a short or a stand short from him, or a crouching medium punch, because he's at a perfect range. The down parry would get all of those. And again, you'll notice that he buffers down parry into all of his movements. And now he's jumping, I believe. Jumps, neutral jump, with dive kick. And again, they're at a range where a throw would not work, so they would be mainly pressing medium punch or crouching medium kick or crouching light kick. Or, because Issei has very close to meter, he's trying to just keep him boxed in so that he can't readily activate, because he doesn't have space to work with. So Issei comes down, they're both, gets punished. Gets another set play, goes for shoulder. Issei is going to whiff a button, he jumps back, gets his activation. So now Issei is going to activate in retaliation, and one of them is going to hit each other basically at that point, because they're both going to go for either shoulder, dash punch, palm, or jump. Most likely. I mean, it'd be very weird to just block, since Yun is so positive after all of his moves in Genijin. Otherwise, you'd have to go for a parry, which is very risky. So he's getting his full damage combo here. Gets the maximum meter as well. Gets his set play, reads the throw, and does forward medium kick. Forward medium kick avoids throws, for those of you that did not know. It's not something that I suggest using a lot, but again, they're trying to react to each other's dive jumps, so he baits a dive kick from Yakun and then punishes him with a far stand fierce on the way down. He tries to standing medium kick his dive kick, but he does the dive kick a little too late for that. Gets a punish after he misses a Zeisho and gets a basic combo. Issei keeps things very basic, goes for the old school ender as opposed to dash punch ender. And again, he starts neutral jumping at his face to keep him guessing. It basically forces them to block on wake up when you do that. And then he gets his set play. He guard jumps up because he thinks that he's going to command throw or something. Misses his throw, gets whiff punished for it, but still gets the W. And he's very close to meter, right? But Yakun still has meter. So Yakun can either go forward, and he does, so that's a very interesting thing that he does here, right? So we're at 38-42, so we're going to go back to 38. Okay, so he's going to activate here, right? And he's going to walk him down with far standing medium punch, because the only thing that combos off of a medium punch, or the only way you can combo off a medium punch in Genijin, is off of a far medium punch. You can't combo off of a close standing medium punch, really. So he walks him down with far standing medium punch. He does 3 forward fierce and gets him to the corner. Gets his ender. He's going to have about 20% meter. Starts building meter, neutral jump, makes him guess if he's going to press a button or not. Does, gets the block, he's almost at 50% meter. Issei activate. So now he's going to walk him down. Again, he jumped, dive kicked, walked him down, goes for an overhead mix-up. Misses. At that point, when you miss an overhead, all you have to do is walk up crouching light kick. And then you can get your command throw, for the most part. It's very low risk to do so. Hey, thanks for subbing, or following, man. I appreciate it. So he gets his ender, goes for the offensive, jump parries, gets activation again. So he does light punch Zeisho to come closer. to try and make him make a decision if he wants to jump or not. And now he's walking in and out of range of his maximum pokes, and then makes him make a decision if he wants to try and parry. And because he's so low life, he has to try and parry. Otherwise, he just gives Issei too much room. So Issei gets his first match, and also because he was down 1 round, he doesn't have a choice. He has to make a guess. So, game 2. So let's see. Like I said, their options are to start whiffing, to start going forward, or to go backward. Or their special moves, which are very rare, especially in the mirror match. But Americans tend to like to go forward with their special moves for whatever reason. I myself included. So he makes it look like he's empty jumping and dive kicks at the last possible second. Crosses under him as he jumps, gets his crouching leg kick dash punch, gets his set play. Although it's maximum range set play since Yun gets up very fast. At this point, he's just trying to get him to block so that he can get a little bit more meter. Building space. He doesn't really dive kick at like maximum ranges. He tries to dive kick at ranges where he doesn't think he's going to get punished for it. Okay, so Issei activate, forward medium kick. He loves that. That would have hit. Forward medium kick again. Gets the knockdown. Goes for the set play. Doesn't really do anything with it, just backs off. Yakun has activated and is trying to walk him down. Issei knocks him out of the air. Yakun gets under. Set play. Connects. Set play again. Doesn't get much. A lot of times when people jump in with like far stand round or really super late roundhouse and all that sort of stuff, the only punish that you have is standing light kick if after a parry. Otherwise, they're just gonna land and they're not gonna get hit by anything because nothing else that you have is fast enough. So Issei's trying to walk him down since he's lower life, doesn't want him to get meter. Yakun gets it, gets the single hit on that dash punch, right? And then he immediately goes crouch light kick, command grab, forward medium kick, shoulder, dash punch, pushes him to the corner, set play. Option parry down, just building space, making it so that Issei has to activate. He wants Issei to waste his meter. Issei connects with a button so that he doesn't waste his meter, necessarily. Ideally, that's what you want to do in those positions. If he had walked forward and command grabbed there, it wouldn't really have worked because it takes longer to start up than normal throw. So walk up normal throw was actually the correct decision there. So Yakun's building meter, running away. He has his meter, now he's going in. Issei's trying to stop him with his palms, with random buttons thrown out there. Again, you'll notice that every time that they throw a low, they're always down parrying beforehand. They go back to neutral before every single crouch move, just in case. So he gets his knockdown, activate, and then is going to try and build as much meter as possible, so he goes for a reset. He doesn't get much because he was just at enough life where he couldn't be close enough to hit him with a fierce button. So he's at about 10% now. Again, Issei has meter. Yakun doesn't want him to use it for free, so he tries to pressure him a little bit, but then backs off. This still isn't bad for either player. They're both going to have about the same amount of meter, but Issei gets set play. Connects with a crouching medium kick, but opts to do command throw instead, which is actually a very viable option. Now, Issei missed DED. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Issei misses DED. Off of that. Alright, so Issei's up 2-0. Okay, there we go. He gets his command throw. Set play. goes for a far standing poke, misses his DED Genijin, gets Genijin anyway since he has the meter. Knocks him out of the air while Yakun's trying to dash punch him out of whatever he's going to try to do to get in. And ends up with a perfect for it. So Issei is up 2-0. Alright, so they jump at each other. Yakun gets hit. When he lands, he has set play since he lands first, so he does crouch or close standing medium kick. Yakun does not guess correctly. Eats a follow-up. Again there, Yakun didn't hit at a correct distance in order to combo, so he has to throw or re-jump. Those are his only options. So he decides to throw. Issei throws in reaction, so they go back to neutral. So now they're building buttons, but Issei has the lead, so he can decide to throw buttons into this space right here, which far standing medium kick is very good for. He's trying to get him to jump again. That's why he threw out the shoulder, because if he had jumped or tried to light kick, dive kick, he would have hit him with the shoulder. So now Issei's running away, building meter. Okay, so it immediately goes back to neutral after a throw break. So Issei just backs away, builds his meter, activates as he's jumping, knocks him out of the air, misses his confirm. That's another thing. When you parry against Genijin, if you're going to parry low to try to parry the crouching light kick, you want to parry throw, because you want to eat as much time of the Genijin as possible. So even if he mashes out of your throw, your neutral throw, for a lot of characters, it still eats up the most time. Alright, so Yakun has meter. He's cornered, but it doesn't really matter. He gets the... Okay. So there, a lot of people would have started going toward the other corner. He literally just walks forward and then forward fierces under him. And knocks him back to the other side, follows up with fierce punch, dash punch to get him back to the corner. And now he does his combo. Forward, shoulder, up kicks. Okay, so now he has about 20% meter, gets 2 more crouching medium punches, which is another 6% meter. Gets his command throw. Gets another 15-ish% meter. Forces him to block or whiffs the crouching medium kick, or fierce kick, and then immediately jumps, because they're at a position where neither of them can hit each other anyway. There's no reason not to jump. He jumps second as well, so he can react to Issei's jump. So he empty jumps, parries the crouching medium kick, because that's pretty much all they can hit, crouching medium kick and standing fierce punch. And at that range, you're trying to hit, especially at Issei's life, he would need to get a knockdown. So crouching medium kick would make the most sense. So he goes for the crouching medium kick parry. Gets his punish, misses as an actual punish. Issei gets activate again. That would have hit. Yakun tries to jump out. Issei gets his combo ender. Another combo ender actually would have killed Yakun there. If he did forward fierce dash punch, shoulder up kicks, it would have killed. But Yakun clutches it out. Again, they back off. Yakun has meter. Issei is just going to try and stay neutral or block. Whiffs command throw, gets command throw. Up kicks into set play. Neutral again. Tries to jump out of the corner. Does jump out of the corner. Issei makes him pay for it. Issei walking him down. Forward medium kick. He's taking it. Gets his command throw off of a walk-up close standing medium punch. Forward medium kick under him. Command throw, or normal throw. Neutral throw. Walks him down with crouching light kicks. Issei makes a mistake. Gets punished for it. So he has a life lead, and he's trying to keep him cornered, right? So again, he could have activated, but he didn't. Gets 1, 2, 3 activate, and he should kill here. Okay, so he's doing standing medium kicks into shoulders into dash punch in order to make sure that he scales the damage of his combo enough so that he can actually get meter afterward. It's not a whole lot, but any meter is better than none. Because if he had just killed him and started the round with 0 meter versus max meter, that's really bad. So after a throw break, he activates, starts walking him down. That dive kick, if it hit, would have comboed. Now he gets a set play after this. Walks back. Fills the void in between them with Fierce Punch. He was trying to jump there, so he eats it with the Zaisho. Ends the combo, reset, and yeah, he just got mind fucked. Thank you for the host, Kaz. I'm not sure if you had anyone watching you, but I appreciate it. Alright, so they both jump at each other again. He gets the set play after knocking his opponent out of the air. Down parries into crouching medium punch activate, or dash punch. Gets a set play again, and gets parried for it. Or Issei parries his choice. Again, they build meter. Issei tried to jump, gets punished with dash punch. Set play for a medium kick blocked. He's trying to build meter as much as he can, so he allows his opponent to block his far standing medium punch. Went for crouching medium kick after that. Issei now has a very uphill battle because Yakun's about to get meter, and he can't afford to have a throw break, really. So hits him with crouching medium kick, doesn't hit confirm, rather lets him think that he's going to do something else and hits him with close to any medium kick instead. Still doesn't matter because Yakun has stuff, and he just walked back crouching medium kicks, dares him to parry because you can't throw at that range at which he was spamming the button. So no meter versus no meter. They're both jumping at the beginning of the round like usual. Neutral, set play, decides to empty jump, late dive kick. Okay, Issei has meter, trying to come in. Yakun's contesting with light kicks. Again, he's eating as much time on his opponent's Genijin as possible during his block strings. Oh, that's really hard to do, but that is Kara medium punch Zaisho, and it does combo. Gets throw, goes for set play, and doesn't get anything off of it. For those of you confused by what I mean by set play, basically after a knockdown, it's being in control of what you're going to do and making your opponent guess what you're going to do. So it's, that three-way guess, high-low throw in most cases. Or if you jump, if you're going to dive kick, if you're going to empty jump. There's a lot of options. Like, when I go over them, there's going to be about 40 of them. So. Alright, so game 4? Game 5. Issei starts with a forward fierce to beat out Yakun's dive kick. They trade. Yakun gets a shoulder, activate. Walks him down with crouching light kicks. Issei jumps out because Yakun was too far away. Was in range, gets command throw, gets his set play, gets his sweep. Again, Yakun's not really doing much. He's just trying to keep him cornered. He's trying to make sure that he doesn't leave the corner so he doesn't have an easy activation. And even if he does get his activation, like you just saw, he can just backdash the entire screen away. Again, so now it's 50% meter. That's always something you have to think about, is if the Yun is going to wake up EX up kicks. Like, it's always an option. So he just backs up, starts to build meter because he is ahead. It forces Issei to try to pressure him. So he jumps out, parries the close standing medium kick on the way out. Issei gets meter first. Yakun ends up contesting. Fierce punch loop into a reset. That was very weird. It should have tagged him. But he's doing far pokes there. Ends up with a good set play. Good set play. Makes him guess overhead. So the overhead would have beat throw, would have beat command throw, would have beat down parry. So now we have Issei versus Kokujin. You'll notice Issei should be doing a lot of crouching medium kick in this matchup, which is a very good move. It's very hard for Dudley to punish properly if you're spacing it correctly. So, let's see what he does. Starts the match, both players jump. Issei neutral jumps, Kokujin forward jumps. At this point, Kokujin's best button is probably going to be jumping Fierce Punch. Does Fierce Kick, it whiffs. Issei does falling target combo. He tries to pressure after a dash punch and gets punished for it after a quick roll. Again, follows up, carrot throw. Again, now he's just pushing him towards the corner. He almost has meter. Literally all he needs is one blocked poke into standing light kick shoulder, and he'll have meter. So blocks the poke, gets another 2 blocked pokes. That connects, wow. Misses the combo. Again, changes the pace at which he does his light kicks, catches him off guard, gets his thing, and then Dudley is not going to quick roll in the corner. Hey there, Ricky. He's not going to quick roll in the corner because if he quick rolls, Yun can just walk over him. And that's an extra layer of mix-up that Dudley just does not want to deal with. So after a knockdown, most Dudleys are just going to sit there. They're going to give you the extra time to get your mix-up, and they're going to make a guess, because that's their best option. That guess may be block, but in a lot of cases it's not. So he whiffs forward medium kick there, and he'll do this a lot in all of his sets against everyone. He whiffs forward medium kick, because at that point he has 4 options. He has overhead, he has crouching light kick, he has another forward medium kick, and then he has throw. Alternatively, he has backswing blow. So if you think he's going to throw when he backswing blows you, then you get supered, it kind of hurts. But he thankfully doesn't have super. But Issei does have close to meter again. So he gets his 2 hits from his target combo. Issei has meter. He's trying to get him in a position where it baits Dudley to want to punish his super activation with forward Fierce Punch. That's why he forward parries. And that's why you'll notice that he walks back and forth before he activates. He wants Kokujin to think that he can punish it, but he can't. He's just out of range. So he walks forwards and he parries it. Because when he's supering, he can huddle walk. So he huddle walks forward and then punishes it. Again, jumping at the beginning of the round. He jumps over with medium kick, and because he's still airborne, Yun can punish with crouching medium punch up kicks. Does the dash punch to push him towards the corner. Again, you'll notice, no quick rise. Gets another throw, quick rises, but because he is already committed to a jump, the Dudley is not worried about it, so he can quick rise. Whiffs the dive kick, gets hit with crouching target combo. Again, that puts him back at neutral. Target combo will always put you back at neutral, so Dudley's best buttons after that are like forward fierce, for the most part, or like far standing medium punch. So he's whiffing crouching medium kick, which is good at this range. The only thing that can really hit him is crouching roundhouse, but that has to be very specifically timed. Again, see? He tried to bait the crouching roundhouse, and he hits him for it. Doesn't get the confirm, though. Building meter. Gets the confirm, dash punch. Gets his combo. Against Dudley, you're always going to end your combos with forward fierce, fierce dash punch, medium punch shoulder, forward fierce, and then stand fierce. Because it resets Dudley, it puts you at neutral, and it allows you to box him in and build meter. There's the reset. Goes for set play with a crouching move. Crouching sweep, can't punish it. Hits his dash with his dive kick, and now he's just poking him at ranges where he's basically daring him to move forward, daring him to jump. Blocks that, gets hit with dart shot. Again, whiffs the crouching light kick to think that he's going to do crouching light kick again, or backswing blow. Gets hit with forward fierce kick into super. See again, same mix up, forward medium punch, dart shot. So again, activate, because they are in neutral. That was really nice. He delays the dive kick to stop his move. Forward parry is at the range which Dudley's best move is standing fierce kick. Gets a throw. Again, you'll notice he does not quick roll. Keeps him cornered, jumps back, builds meter, activate. Walks him down. In case the Dudley wants to try and fierce punch him, he starts to do palm. Ends up with another hit, gets his ender, gets a mix-up. Again, after everything, even mid-screen, you can cross Dudley up. So he's never going to quick roll when you get up kicks. There's no reason. You guys can hear me, right? Start of the round again, jumps again. Gets punished for his neutral jump button. Again, punished. Thanks for the follow, Kaz. Perfect. Issei made a couple poor guesses, and that's all that you need to win with Dudley. Make your opponent guess wrong 3 times. That's it. See? He decides to quick roll and he gets dashed over. Luckily gets the block. Now he's going to chase him down. He's not going to be in range for a command throw. So he's forced to do his shoulders. He gets hit with EX. I'm not sure why he would do that. He throws the rose to keep him grounded. Gets his combo. Throws the rose to keep him grounded and make him guess again. Down parries to see if he does crouching light kick to try to throw tech. And does crouching medium or fierce kick. Tries for 1, 2, 3. Issei just backs up because he doesn't want to risk EX backswing blow. He presses a button, so he hits him on trip guard. He tried to do shoulder on wake up, medium punch shoulder for a delay, and ended up getting punished with crouching target combo. Again, let's see if Issei jumps. Does not. Waits for him to jump instead and does forward fierce to go under him and punish. Now he's cornered, goes for command grab. Misses. Still trying to keep him cornered. Dudley's trying to make sure that he jumps out. Neutral jump forward, parry. Dive kick gets punished. Throw. Dart shot. Throw break. Keeps him cornered. Hits him with crouching medium kick. Gets the combo. Dash punch, shoulder, forward fierce, reset. Waits for him to do something. Okay, so in that particular situation where he does light punch shoulder, it goes under and trades with forward fierce. It goes under and trades with fierce, or it should. It beats jump, and it beats overhead. So it also beats backswing low, I believe. So it covers a lot of options. But it is very risky because if he sees it, especially with that much meter, he can just EX machine gun blow you across the screen and get a mix up. And with that little life, you can only eat one mix-up. If you guess wrong, then you're dead, even if you have meter. But he does save his meter, and gets it for the next round. He's going to activate immediately. He gets forward fierce for it. Confirms, misses his close standing, or his far standing fierce punch. Still gets the ender with does not quick rise. Again, goes for the crouching medium kick, even if it hits close standing medium kick mix up, and gets backswing blowed for it. It's funny because in a match that I had against Kokujin, he parried my SG. I got a parry on his move, and ended up with my SGGK coming out as close standing medium kick, and he beat it by buffering fucking backswing blow. So he backswing blowed my SGGK and then killed me. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. But anyway, Yun's just backing up now. He's just blocking. It's okay. He still has one round up, but he doesn't really need meter to win this round. Again, makes him eat the mix-up. He parries it and gets thrown for it. Activates immediately because he doesn't have anything that he can do. He's trying to get the knockdown. He neutral jump fierce kick into super, which is good to hit confirm. Again, double whiff into overhead. Whiffs again, tries to go for crouching fierce kick. Yun's close. Gets a throw. Set play. Again, set play. Blocks. Jumps in and out. He's trying to build meter here. He's also trying to stop Kokujin from hitting him. I don't know how he did not get hit by Kokujin there, but that's okay. Gets his ender, gets his set play. Cross up. Builds meter. Wonderful. Now gets activate's going to walk him down. He's doing far palm because it would trade with his super. Or it would trade with forward fierce punch, or beat it. He's trying to make sure that he forces him to block, forces him to make a decision. Shows him that there's no options. So now we have Yakun versus Issei for tournament championship. Winners and losers finals. So if Issei wants to win, he has to win 2 sets. So, again, both jump at the beginning of the round. Issei gets a set play. Yakun gets a set play, decides to empty jump and follow up. Again, he's going to jump the follow up. Hits him perfectly, misses his command throw. Did not delay it long enough. Gets command thrown. Issei's going to activate overhead instead of close standing medium punch. Still gets his command throw. Doesn't wait long enough for his shoulder and gets punished for it. Yakun's just building meter now. Trying to maintain space. Punishes his standing fierce kick with his own. Issei tries to guess there and fight his way out. Gets him cornered. Backs up. That should have hit. That was nice. Again, set play off of throw. Gets his meter. Activate. Clips his crouching medium kick with his own and gets shoulder into Seisho. Activate. Basic setups. Does 3 up kicks into shoulder ender. And he gets back about 40% meter. 60% meter off the throw. Empty jumps forward. He's going to try to back throw him there, but he missed it. He got thrown first. Issei gets his activation. He contests it because he thinks he's going to do more forward medium kicks there because he's just eating them. So he contests it with close standing leg kick. He misses his hit confirm off the shoulder, or I mean off the overhead. Still gets a very good ender. Goes for a mix-up with a meaty medium punch shoulder. I don't know why Issei would fierce kick there. So again, they're either going to jump or stay grounded. Baits out 2 medium punches, shoulders the second one. Misses his combo. Walk up. Tries to bait him, carrot throw. Set play. If he had done what Issei had been doing and, doing his close standing medium kick after, what he would have hit him. Misses a Zeisho after a light punch shoulder in the corner. Gets his combo, will get a perfect. He was too far, or there was too much time left in his Genijin to try and milk it. And Issei was too low on life, plus it was round 2. So there's no reason to. Just kill. So again, they're going to either neutral jump, or they're going to shoulder or dash punch, or they're going to go back and build meter. Those are their 3 options at the beginning of the round, for the most part. Sometimes you can get, far standing fierce kick or something. Medium punch shoulders his neutral jump. Double throw. Set play. Gets thrown out of his set play. EX up kicks miss. Block shoulder. Hit confirm dive kick. Issei activate. No fear. Daipon loop. Builds meter, or wastes time. Tries for Karazesho. Messes up. Gets command thrown. There we go. Neutral jump. Punishes with standing light kick. Just to be safe. Very simple combo. Ender. Gets about 25%. Gets his set play. Yakun decides to go for up kicks for whatever reason. Gets perfected. Again, down parrying after or between all of their down low pokes. Always option parrying. Whiff punishes their crouching fierce kick at the beginning of the round. Gets his shoulders, gets proper ender, gets about 30%. 36% neutral jump. Should he have been one step forward, that would have hit. He's crouching, so Daipon loop is much easier. So then he gets his ender. But because it was a long combo, he does not get a lot of meter. He gets about 15%. Now he's running away, and he's keeping him boxed in because they're both at about the same meter. Gets his crouching medium kick into shoulder. Or EX shoulder. That's something that I've picked up on, that a lot of, or at least that Yakun likes to do, is he's not afraid to waste meter. Or not waste, but he's not afraid to use meter in situations where he feels like he can get a lot of damage out of it, or at least force you back into the corner and then get screen position. So again, it is tournament point. Whiffs dive kick, gets punished with crouching medium punch, does not do anything. Hit confirms off of the crouching medium kick. Hit confirms off of crouching light kick. Goes for the universal overhead setup, but because of the space that it builds, Yakun jumps out. Is whiffing crouching medium kicks, trying to fill the space that Yakun wants to go into. Activate. So he's trying to stop him from moving forward, that's why he shoulders. Because of the space in which he's at, After a blocked dash punch, he can just command throw. Issei misses his short, fierce, forward fierce. Still gets the kill. Neutral jump at the beginning like usual. Tries to punish his dive kick with a medium punch shoulder, but does it too early. Gets DED Genijin. Clips him, reset, makes him guess, and then Issei makes him parry with doing target combo of his own. Hit confirm, set play again. Parry? Yep. He tried to regular throw and he still jumped back. Is close enough. Set play. So yeah, that range, he can only really jump, crouching medium kick, and standing fierce punch. Like, it's not that great of a set play mid-screen off of dash punch. Like, it's okay, but there are definitely, like, better situations you could find yourself in. This is the Kara medium punch Zaysho. Wants throw too badly. And doesn't option parry, because he did crouching medium punch with either one, so if he option parried forward or down, he would have had it. Hits him with light punch shoulder at the beginning of the round, walks him down. Gets his ender. 20% meter. 30%. He's hitting him with, or making him block mostly fierce buttons, so he gets a lot more meter off of it. Contesting Genijin, medium punch shoulder, walks back, DED Genijin. Makes him block. Boom, misses the ender, doesn't really matter, misses hit confirm. Perfect timing on his close standing medium kick. Great punish on the dive kick. And then, like I said, if you're going to parry against Yun's Genijin, one parry throw, and then run the fuck away. So Yakun wins. So, now we're going to talk about what he does for his Genijin. So, let me unpause the game. Open up these training options. And then we're going to have her stand. Why not? We're going to have her all block. And then we're going to have her quick get up. So, when they are doing their Genijin, they like to stay in this range, because all they have to do is walk one single step forward, right? Let me get myself infinite meter as well. So, refill. Done. There we go. So they get command throw, right? And especially against Chun, when you're doing this, you want to be doing like forward down. Let me show you the inputs. Okay. You'll see on the left that I am doing forward and then down, right? I'm letting go of the stick. I'm going to neutral. Because you are in range, and you are going to down parry if she does down jab. So again, if you manage to get your command throw, god damn it. If you manage to get your command throw, that normally works. Anyway, so you get one of your enders. a lot of American yuns, because in the past, the Japanese used to always like to do this. But you can just change the timing with this. You can also walk back, walk forward, close steady medium kick, walk back, walk forward. You know, you have a lot of options. You have that option. You have that option. Like, that's the type of stuff that Issei was going for, right? Like, overhead mix-ups. So, like, when you're doing command throw in Genijin, right, you need to make sure that your foot is touching her, right? It needs to be past her foot, otherwise it's not going to work. So when you're doing this, you can hit her pretty far away, right? So as long as your shadow, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the shadows, right? Your shadows have to a little bit more than touch. It works the same way out of Genijin. So their feet are crossed, you can walk forward one step, and then you get your Genijin, or your Zempo. So they're... It's right about here. So it's right about when your head is under here. See? Put your head under it. Again. You can also walk back if you want to get out of her throw range. So you'll see if you do that, it pushes you outside, so you have to walk forward one step, right? Same thing if you do 2 crouching light kicks, walk forward one step. Too far away, walk forward one step. Still too far away. It's the same thing, like, if you do one single crouching light kick at the, you know, on her wake up, you're still in range. If you do close standing medium punch, you're too far away, right? Crouching light punch, you are in the correct distance. Close standing medium kick, you have to walk. Close standing fierce punch, again, it's too far of a walk, they can react. But in Genijin, you're a little bit closer. See? Just one... If you're walking her down with, you know, close standing medium punch, you don't really need to, walk forward. So, that's another thing, is when you're in Genijin, right, you want to get your dive kick spacing correctly. So, like, that right there is crouching light kick, right? Neutral jump, and then light kick, or medium kick, dive kick. See? Again, too far away, or too close. So you can walk back if you need to. So like jumping forward and light kick is really hard to hit her with, right? So you have to make sure that you're using your fierce kick. So if you are here, you want to be... Let's delete this, right? So for dive kicks, if your head is under here, right? That's the perfect spacing for neutral jump, high kick, dive kick. It has to be the delayed one, though. God damn it. Well, that works for medium kick, dive kick, at least. So if you're under the timer... Sorry. Medium kick, dive kick is under this line, which would be the secondary layer for your wins. So the second win on either side. So if it's on this side, it would be the first win. God damn it. Right? So spacing specific things like this. Medium kick, dive kick, right here. Fierce kick, dive kick, under the timer. Right? If you're under the timer, you can jump forward in medium kick, dive kick, and that will also work. And if you're under, like here, like where the P is, you can jump forward, fierce kick, dive kick. But you have to delay it. See? But you can react to that. So again, let's put it back to this side since they already have the line there. All right. So this is the line where you want to be, where you walk forward one step, command throw works, right? Activate, push it back to the corner, walk forward, command throw works. Just doing medium punch during during Genijin, push it back to the corner, just medium punch, you should be able to still command throw. A lot of the times you'll see people talking about like Kara. Kara's Empo tension. And the way that I like to do it is I hit forward, and then I hit down, fierce kick, and I piano. It's not wanting to work. Whee! But you'll hear this. Anyway, it's not that important. When I was asking Yakun and Issei about it this weekend, they were saying that literally all you need to do is make sure you're at that... Yep, there you go. If you're at this range, right, Kara command throw works. Alright. So, the basics for Genijin, like I said, there's no game sound? That's weird. Let's try and fix that. Is that better? You can see when I get it correct, though. Like, you'll see that it's down back fierce kick, right? If you get it as back fierce kick, you're not gonna have a good time, right? God damn it. There we go. See? Again, it only works when you Kara with crouching, like down back. But yeah, so let's bring this back up. So if you do that, you have to walk forward one step and then command throw. If you do one step, command throw. It's literally one step. So if you get thrown in the time that it takes you to do one step, you're literally messing up your Genijin. Right? Like I said, randomness. Okay. So now we're going to go over all of the different options that you have off of a knockdown. So you get that. Now let's change her to not block anything, because that would be wonderful. No block. Let's turn meter back to normal. Okay. So you have about 40 different options against a lot of the cast. There are very few characters in the game that you can't cross up. There's like 6 of them. So when you get throw, you can walk up Fierce Punch. You get throw. You get walk up, crouching light kick, dash punch. Walk back, crouching medium kick, dash punch. Walk up, close standing medium kick. Whiff, whiff. Let's activate my meter so it's depleted. Alright. So, like, you can do that. Or if you're close to dash punch. So, obviously you have the normal throw. Throw. You have throw. Command throw. You have throw. Again, see, you're right under the timer, right? So if you neutral jump, you get fierce kick dash dive kick. Or you got forward medium kick or medium kick dive kick off of forward jump. Or if you do it correctly, you can do super jump, light kick, dive kick. See? Combo. If she has meter, you can do palm. Because palm beats spinning bird kick. Universal overhead beats spinning bird kick, but that's not that great. Again, like I was saying, you really need to get into perfect range, but you can do that, right? You can do walk up, overhead, crouch, standing light kick into dash punch. Your next option is throw, walk back, standing fierce punch at max range, or even just stand there with standing fierce punch, right? I mean, ideally you want to be whiffing buttons so that you can be getting as much meter as you physically can. So when you when you throw her and she quick gets up, does quick get up, you can only get 2 crouching medium punches. So like, let's change her to not quick get up just to show you the difference. So when she doesn't quick get up, you end up getting 3 or 4, right? You get 3 if you dash. So if you get dash punch, the 4th one will end up mediating. So you have knockdown, neutral button, right? Okay, so you have, you know, dive kick, you have cross-up dive kick, which you can combo like that, depending on how deep you hit it. Sho likes to do that a lot. You have walk up, hit confirming off of forward close standing medium punch, right? You have delayed shoulder, and then you have walk forward, delayed shoulder, which can fuck with them a lot. Or walk forward, walk back, delayed shoulder. At ranges they don't expect it. Usually, like I said, shoulder is best done when your opponent is walking forward. Like when I talked about
Now, find a new rival.
When Gavin and Yakun were playing. When Gavin would walk forward, that's when he would, you know, shoulder. Because if they don't start with a crouching button and then how to walk, right? You see this? If you watch the inputs, that's how to walk, right? You're literally going from down to forward, and then you continue walking. It doesn't eat your parry, right? So you can how to walk from here and forward parry her standing fierce punch. So let's record her. This is on a random thing. So let's do press R to record. I don't use this very much, so just bear with me. Alright, so now I press player to start. Right? If you just walk forward at her, it's a lot harder, right? But this is very poorly timed. Ah, I dashed through her fierce punch. That was interesting. Like, if you can walk and then stop yourself, cool. But you can also go right back to block, so it's not a big deal either way. Anyway, so we're about halfway through the list of different things that you can do on our wake up. Wonderful. You have SGGK. So SGGK is best done off of a dash punch, and that's forward, down, back, medium kick, plus throw. And what that does is, if you get a parry, you get close standing medium kick. If you don't get a parry, you get command throw. And if they try to throw break, or throw you, you get throw break. So three option mix-up, so it's an option select, as Street Fighter 4 players like to call it. Again, you know, you can stand at their max poke range and just bait stuff and empty jump, neutral jump, whatever you want to call it. Um, you get 5 crouching medium punches if they don't quick roll. You get 3 if they do. You have forward medium kick if you think they're going to throw, like against Chun or whatever. When you don't really have meter, right? Let's make her block everything again. All block. Okay, so when she doesn't have meter, you have this. Again, it gives you about 15% meter. You have, like, really far away, crouch light kick into shoulder. You have crouch medium kick into shoulder, but you want to be closer for that one. You have close standing fierce punch shoulder. You have close standing medium kick super jump back, or super jump up, or super jump forward, whatever you want, right? That hits. That's weird. Huh. So you have all the different shoulders, right? You have medium punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder, all off of different, you know, timings. Some of them are easier to respond to than others, but, you know, they all have their merits as to when you should use them. They all build different meter as well, I believe. Yeah, look, she's dancing. So like I said, you know, you have cross up. Again, you have cross up. You have cross up, command throw. You have cross up. Oh, I did command throw again. You have cross up and then regular throw her. But obviously you want to back throw if you can. Build the space. Whee, Kara. So you can carry universal overhead when you're under this secondary number. Which has been really nice for me. Sup, Cosby. So, like, you literally have 30 different options on Wake Up, right? At least after a dash punch. After a throw, you have less. Because you have to, like, dash up. But you still have options. You still have, like, 20 plus options on what you can do to your opponent when they're getting up. And against Chun-Li, you can do this. Oh, I messed up. But you can get like 100 plus damage mix-ups off of, you know, pretty stupid things. So yeah, I mean, there are literally infinite options. Why is she crouching? Whoever programmed this hack is kind of wonky. Anyway. You can do what Issei was doing, which is that. You can do... Whee! Oops. Well, that's another thing. Is you can do 2 crouching medium kicks, super jump, and then medium kick, dive kick, and that'll hit at her knees. So like, getting your dive kick spacing is pretty easy, like if you're doing it off of pokes, right? But if you're not doing it off of pokes, it's mostly based on like where you are on the screen. So you know, like you're saying under timer, under the P's, you can super jump forward, you know. Again, mix up your dive kick timings on their wake up. I don't like that she... Anyway. The same thing happens with Dudley, as you can cross them up. I don't know what's bugging this out. But let's try... Oh, it's the auto block crap. Okay. You restart the hack? What do you mean? Like close it and then reopen it type thing? Whee! But yeah. So like in the corner you literally have like 40 options. So I'll go over them again. One more time. Crouching light kick, dash punch. Close standing, hard punch. You can also cancel that into shoulder. Close standing, medium punch, hit confirm into dash punch. Build meter. You can do crouching medium punch as well if you want. Crouching fierce kick. Crouching medium kick, hit confirm dash punch. Crouching medium kick, well, you don't want that. Crouching medium kick, that. Crouching medium kick, standing fierce punch. Crouching medium kick, walk back, standing fierce punch. SGGK. Normal throw. Command throw. Dive kick. See again, you can back up to this same space where that hits. And if you know, jump forward, light kick, dive kick instead. You can command throw, you can do whatever. So yeah, you stand here, you know, punish, command throw. Or, right? You have a bunch of options off of neutral jump. But, so you have dash forward, neutral jump buttons. You have dash forward, come down with target combo. You have, you know, buffer your parry, like forward buffer, like against Urian especially. Forward buffer, down medium punch, like at their max range. Palm, obviously. Properly distanced universal overhead. You have, you know, walk back, walk forward. You have your just build meter. You have run away, obviously. If you're low life or whatever and you need to just get away. Like after a knockdown, don't be scared to just jump away. You build meter. You have to hit really deep for that to combo. Oops. So most people just do that. And then activate. Whee! That's weird. Yep. So you know you have. That's weird that that parried that. You have your cross-ups, like I said. I always want to try to meaty. Or not always, but like, meaty or slightly delayed, because you want to be able to beat their guard jump. And against certain characters, you want to do mix-ups that will leave you at certain distances. Like, against Chun-Li, like, you want your mix-ups to be like here, right? You want to make sure that, like, you're not going to be parried into close standing fierce kick or whatever. I don't think I have anything else in my agenda, since I already went over, you know, the different Genijin. Stuff. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
Now, find a new rival.
Thank you for the follow. So I'll just, you know, do some random shit for the next 5 minutes, and if anyone has any questions, you can go ahead and ask. Okay, so the way the SGGK works is it's forward, down, back, and then you're pressing... Cosby, I did a breakdown of Yakun versus Issei for all of their matches, so just watch back the VOD. But basically the entirety of the mirror is just spacing out your dive kicks, making sure that you're jumping in positions where you're not going to just have your shit kicked out of you for it, and trying to maintain your set play after you get a knockdown. I mean, it's literally the same as almost any other matchup. The only difference, it's like playing against Yang, right? The only difference is you have to worry about your opponent's Genijin. You have to worry about the same exact shit that you're going to be doing to them. But yeah, so SGGK is forward, down, back, and then medium kick, and then throw. So the way that it works is if they hit, as an example, let's say Chun does on wake up close standing fierce kick, you'll parry it with forward. You'll get command throw. If she does crouching light kick or crouching jab, you'll get the down parry into standing medium kick. If she tries to throw you, you'll be throwing because you inputted this, right? When you input it like this, it's going to break the throw as well as do crouch, close standing medium kick. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not something you can really abuse, but it's good in some situations, especially on your opponent's wake up. If you want to be command throwing anyway, there's no reason not to. See? And that's Kara command throw. So it looks like I'm pressing forward and then down, down, back, hitting the fierce kick, back, letting go of the fierce kick, and pressing medium kick. That's the cheat way to do it. So you don't actually have to do this. You can just do forward and then down. Why is that so close? She did.
You win. All right, that's cool.
All right. So any more questions before I wrap this up?
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter. I got the six. Prepare for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Fighters ready.
So I'll show you a quick thing before I sign off. We'll go back onto refill. So against standing Makoto, right? You can do high punch loop relatively easily. Right? The only Kara command throw worth doing is this. It doesn't really add much range, but it does add a little bit. It's just, you know, Yang's is far-standing fierce kick, so like... Optimal Dudley full screen Genijin? Optimal in what way? On crouching, on standing, do you want me to have full meter? Do you want me to have half meter? Like, what's the exact situation you want me to show you? Anyway, I'll finish with this before I get to that. Do you want it in the corner? Like after 1, 2, 3? Or, like, what do you want? So if she is crouching, it's a lot harder. Okay, you see it eventually drops. Like after like 5 reps. But if you just do standing fierce punch, like it doesn't drop for whatever reason. But it has to be after 1, 2, 3 or shoulder. And she has to be cornered. But it works. Yun back in the corner, like off of command grab? Like, I'm confused.
Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter. I got the six. Prepare for battle.
What just happened? Full screen with Yun in the corner. Okay.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Yeah, prepare for battle.
Let me turn the hack off while I do this, because it's not letting me pick my character.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for
Dudley!
battle.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's load the stupid thing again.
Go!
Crouching medium punch, H punch, medium punch shoulder, but the medium punch doesn't hit Dudley. Yeah, no, you can't do that. So, you want me cornered? Is that what you said? So you want me like this? Like after 1, 2, 3, right? Is that what you want? Okay. That doesn't work, right? You can only get one shoulder. So... Oops, I missed my combo. I mean, optimal is really like, it really depends on your, you know. It depends on your execution. Because like optimal off of this. I messed up. But you can do up kicks on the mix up there. Like that's what Japan does. Yeah, you can't carry him from screen to screen with shoulder unless you start the combo with shoulder. So unless you literally do like that's a baby combo. Like, so if you want baby combo, it would be like, you know, medium punch, fierce punch shoulder. That would be it. Far standing medium punch, fierce punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder. Dash punch, fierce punch shoulder, dash punch. No, I know you are, but like, you know, that's still not like optimal, right? You're not gonna get much meter after it. So like, ideally, even off of like something like that. Oops. Even off of something like that. Have a good night, Ben. Right? You'd have to, like, really try to mix them up. It's just not... It's not easy, right? I mean... So yeah, like your baby combo would be standing medium punch, fierce punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder, fierce punch shoulder. Like that's your best option. Like, it's hard to get, like, even the proper ender with that. Like, even that's better, like, mixing them up off of a reset. Like, because you want to make sure you get the most meter out of your Genijin. Going from side to side doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. What do you do for your corner combo against Dudley? Like, 1, 2, 3, what? That's like the easiest combo against Dudley. Thanks. Let's turn on this too. I forgot to. But, like... I mean, that works. That gets you to the U, right? That combo gets you to the D, so it gives you 10% more damage. I'm using a third strike hack. It's like a training mode, except it's kind of mediocre. No, it's just a hack. But yeah, so like cross screen. You have a lot of options, like... But you always want to be ending your combo with that, okay? Oops. Well, I mean, if you do 1, 2, 3, you can literally walk up. Right? Yeah, I'll send it to you in a little bit. Like if you get 1, 2, 3 activate, you can just literally walk up. It's not gonna be the greatest damage, right? It's decent meter. I mean, so you get 1, 2, 3, activate, walk up. Sorry. Walk up, command throw. That doesn't work, so you have to dash punch. So 1, 2, 3, activate, walk up, command throw. God damn it. There. So you got 1, 2, 3, activate, command throw, forward medium kick, standing medium punch, palm, shoulder, forward fierce, fierce. Yeah? 2-hit combo. It's essentially the same. Let's check. we got 1, 2, 3, activate. Walk up. And then you have... Oops. Kara forward fierce punch for what? So you get to the E, right? And for this... Oops. Whoa. Oops. I mean, you can literally just, like, shoulder if you really want to. Like, the babiest combo in the world would just be, like... But you get, like, no meter or anything. I'm missing command throw. I feel terrible about myself. Yeah, it's less scaling, more damage. So if you do palm instead of medium punch forward fierce, it's about 5% more damage. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to dudley. You just want to make sure you get your under. You've seen that, right, Slayer? AC? God damn it. Cross up. No cross up. There's no walk up. It's literally just neutral jump afterward. Like, neutral forward jump. Oh, you're talking about walk up crouching medium punch. Oops. I have no idea how you do that, man. Hitting multiple punches with your carrot. It does. The medium punch hit there, but the fierce punch didn't. What else is there? I mean, like I said in the Genijin video, like, dudleys aren't gonna quick get up, cause... Whee! Whee! Oh. You have so many ways to get over him. you know that you can... Watch this, this is hilarious. Crouch. If he crouches on wake up... You can cross up with fierce kick. You can do it with pretty much anything, I think. Oops. But yeah, so I mean, any last second questions before I call it a day? And any suggestions about the first character you would like to have in-depth discussions about if I do this again later this week or next week? Yun only? Like, no, I'm confused by what you mean by that. I'm talking about, like, character-specific thing. You're gonna link me something? Okay. What is it? Before I look at it, what is it? Yeah, I don't, like you said, we play differently. Like, I use my hands differently than you do. I don't use my thumb at all when I play. So that would not work for me. Yeah, I play with just like these three fingers pretty much. Let's see. It's hard to do against him. I mean, not like the real way. Real way's easy. How do I hold the joystick? Like a wine glass. I hold the ball between my index finger, or my ring finger and my middle finger, and my index finger sometimes. And I put the I put it between my ring finger and my pinky. The claw method? What the fuck is the claw method? Like, Like this? Where you hold the bat top like a claw? Or the ball top like a claw? I can't even, like, maneuver the stick that way. Oh. Yeah, I can't do that either. That's super uncomfortable. I have small hands, though. Alright. Well, I'm gonna call it. Thank everyone for watching. If you have any questions, you can just send me a PM on Twitch, and I will try to get back to you. And I'll try to do another one of these relatively soon. I'll always start off with a breakdown of matches. So I'll probably do one of the first to 10s versus Chun-Li next week. Or on Saturday or something after work. And then I'll do character matchup specific things. Like Genijin combos, Ogi off of throw, off of sweep, off of, up kicks after Genijin. Or not Genijin, after there's input tension. Wee. But because yeah, you need to know all the different options so that you can memorize them. I mean, there are a lot of similar ones for different characters, so if you just want to memorize the similar ones, that's cool. You don't really need the character-specific stuff, but it helps. Baby combo! Still did decent damage. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, just give me a PM, and I will happily answer. But thank you all for watching, and you all have a good night.